So welcome to day 15 to 21 of my 100-day project where I'm exploring different textures on the gel plate. For all my experiments I'm using my 6x6 gel plate and printing directly into my sketchbook that is 8x8. For this week I'm using transparent red and violet deep, and this week is all inspired by the fabulous Diana from Crooked Little Studio. I have been attending her random bingo sessions where we experiment with random colour combinations, and this has really helped me to be a bit braver with colour. And also, something that I never do is starting off, as you can see now, with a plain background. I always lift the print with the colour rather than start with a plain background. So this week I'm going to be experimenting with Diana's method of gel printing. This week is circle week, my favourite shape, so let's have some fun. So I'm starting with one of my favourites, which is pill packets. So here I've got different size pill packets from obviously different size medication, and each one gives me a different size texture on the gel plate, and I really like to mix and match whether I'm using the back of the pill packet or the front of the pill packet. It all gives me different marks. So I've got my gel plate mounted on a piece of 3mm Perspex, and this just makes it really easy for me to flip it over and register it on that first layer of transparent red. I'm pressing down firmly before I flip the page over and rub to make good contact with the gel plate. And you can see here I'm pulling the paper from the gel plate, and I've got this fantastic, quite retro looking print. So I've already printed a layer of the transparent red, just plain, a plain square straight into my sketchbook. And now I'm using the violet deep, laying a thin layer, using the brayer to distribute that nice and thin and evenly across the gel plate. So this was part of I don't know what you'd call it really, an ornament, a sculpture that was in a clearance sale in a shop closing down. And obviously didn't like it as part of it. It was like had a black stand on it, and I just cut the circle off the black stand. And what I'm doing now is just using a piece of wet strength tissue paper to really get my thumbs right down into those gaps to remove some of the negative shapes to define the circle pattern. I'm moving quickly because I don't want this to dry on the gel plate, and positioning this over the top of that transparent red layer. Pressing down firmly before flipping the page, giving it a good rub to make good contact with the gel plate. And then you can see I'm pulling the print from the gel plate, and we've got that great circle texture. So this time I just wanted to try and use a deep purple as the background and then the texture in the transparent red, but it didn't work. It's just too dark. So I'm going to try this texture again, but going back to the transparent red with the purple. So let's try this again. I've already got the transparent red down in my sketchbook, just a solid red, and now I'm going to use the violet deep. So this is just a piece of cardboard with hot glue drizzled over the top. And I'm pressing it down onto the gel plate to give me this great texture. And you can see by changing the order of the colours how this makes a difference, and this print works much better. But it is important to experiment and try different combinations. So next I'm using some old packaging that has these beautiful circles cut from it, and I'm just going to use a piece of tissue paper to take the negative shape from that packaging. So I don't think the size of these circles are the right scale for this size gel plate, but it would work really nice on a larger gel plate, or even maybe combining it with some different textures to create a different print. So next I'm just using some rubber bands and just randomly placing these on my gel plate. I'm going to use the wet strength tissue paper again to take the excess paint off the negative space from around the elastic bands and try and define the shapes that the elastic bands leave behind. I'm following the exact same process as before and flipping it over and laying it down in my sketchbook before pulling back the print. So this time I'm going to combine two different textures. So this is the little cardboard tubes that are inside, if you have a dog, when you buy rolls of poo bags, and I've just glue gunned them together and pressing that into the gel plate to make marks. Followed by the rim of a glass jar to make a contrast with the bigger circles. Pulling back the print to see what we've got. I quite like the scale of the different size circles. So this time I decided to experiment and try and combine some of the circles that we've used so far. So I've got the packaging, and to reduce those big large gaps, I thought I would try placing an elastic band inside to add more interest. And I really wanted to use the pill packets again because they're my favourite. And there we have our final print combining several of the textures together. So let's have a recap of this week's prints. So we've got the fantastic pill packet, followed by that circle sculptural texture. The one where we tried the reverse colour first with the purple layer first with the transparent red, and that was with the hot glue drizzled on the cardboard. So we worked out that it's better to put the transparent red first, followed by the deep violet. We have the packaging with the large circles cut out of. I love the elastic bands and the organic circles, the organic marks that those created, followed by the combination of the small circles from the poo bag rolls and the glass jar. And to finish, how we combined some of those textures together to create this final print. So drop me a note in the comments, let me know what your favourite circle texture's been this week, and I hope to see you next week.